Disney is in the process of taking the woke scalpel to the Jungle Cruise. Trader Sam is out. Trader Sam! Because he might offend certain people, every grown man in the room realizes that Trader Sam is not a representation of reality and is meant to be a funny and silly caricature. It is no more based in racism than every Disney caricature of an old, out-of-touch white American dad, like myself. Okay, I got a funny story. It's not quite a milk duck, but it's a milkshake duck, but it's pretty close. Woke Disney. Yeah, that works. There's a new word for you all. Now you can all hear. Yeah. This is all right. Every day on Twitter, one person is the target. Okay, every day on Twitter, one person gets that target on their back, and I guess the worst thing to possibly be is that person. That's usually when you see yourself trending, by the way. Like if you're in the trending, you're like, oh shit. I've never happened to me. I've never trended. Okay, never trended for one bad thing I've done. But when you're the bad guy on Twitter, Twitter's main character, exactly. And that happened to be this moi, right here. He wrote an article in the Orlando Sentinel. I love Disney World, but wokeness is ruining the experience. And I don't think I can do this story justice without first playing some copyright, hold on. Copyright clear? Yeah, it's gotta be copyright clear. Copyright clear, sad violin. Please be copyright clear. Oh, that's good. Yeah, okay, this'll do. It's just because this is a real human tragedy, and I have to read it properly. Serious faces only in chat, by the way, okay? All right. Story time, everybody. And the person who's on screen right now is the person who wrote this article. My family and I have been loyal Disney customers for decades. We vacation to Disney World every year. We take a Disney cruise every year too. Consequently, we spend way too much money in Orlando. Unfortunately, I am strongly rethinking our commitment to Disney and, thus, Orlando. The more Disney moves away from the values and visions of Walt Disney, the less Disney World means to me. Disney is forgetting that guest immersion is at the core of its business model. When I stand in Galaxy's Edge or Fantasyland, I know I am in a theme park, but through immersion and my willingness to set the real world aside, something magical happens. The spell is broken when the immersive experience is shattered by the real world, and boy, has Disney been breaking the immersion. Recently, Disney announced the cast members are now permitted to display tattoos, wear inclusive uniforms, and display inclusive haircuts. Disney did all of this in the name of allowing cast members to express themselves. The problem is, I'm not traveling across the country and paying thousands of dollars to watch someone I do not know express themselves. I am here for immersion and fantasy, not the reality of strangers' self-expression. I do not begrudge these people their individuality, and I wish them well in their personal lives, but I do not get to express my individuality at my place of business. What's next? Is Disney going to end rule barring on stage cell phone use by cast members as an infringement on self-expression? More broadly, like many corporations, Disney has been politicizing its business. Full disclosure, I am a Christian and a conservative Republican. So the people who run Disney and I do not see eye to eye. Regardless, corporations have always been made politically motivated decisions. Usually it is due to the desire to make profit, but sometimes it is due to the values of the people in the corporation. Walt Disney used his corporation to express his patriotism during World War II and his pro-capitalist beliefs afterwards. The difference today is that the people who run Disney use social media to scream to the world that a decision has been made for political reasons. Disney is in the process of taking the woke scalpel to the Jungle Cruise. Trader Sam is out. Trader Sam! Because he might offend certain people, every grown man in the room realizes that Trader Sam is not a representation of reality and is meant to be a funny and silly caricature. It is no more based in racism than every Disney caricature of an old, out-of-touch white American dad, like myself. The next time I ride the Jungle Cruise, I will not be thinking about the gloriously entertaining puns of the skippers. I will be thinking about Disney's political agenda, and that's a mood killer. Disney proclaims that Splash Mountain must change because of an association with the Song of the South. Disney owns Splash Mountain, so it can do what it wants, but if Disney screams at the top of its corporate voice, which is pretty loud, that it's changing it to appease a certain political point of view. Now every time I look at that ride, I'm thinking about politics instead of thinking about slavery. The same can be said with the Pirates of the Caribbean. Disney has made significant changes to Pirates of the Caribbean over the years, whether Disney caved to political pressure. Oh, did we lose music? Oh no, it's far too naked in here now. I feel exposed. Hold on. That's better. Pirates used to be one of my favorite attractions. My family would always ride it on our day at the Magic Kingdom, but now we do not even ride it every trip. When my family rides Pirates now, each of us changes the scene. It takes us out of the illusion because they remain to us reality and the politics that force the changes. Disney World is going to lose us as customers if it continues down this path. I do not want to have Disney World taken away because if Disney cares more about politics than its happy guests. This should not matter to the people of Orlando, because if Disney drives away customers like me, Orlando loses money. I can take my tourist dollars elsewhere. I would rather keep spending them in Orlando, but people like me feel more and more excluded by Disney's decisions. The parks are less fun because of the immersion, and thus the joy is taking a backseat to the politics. Disney, please return to the values and the vision of Walt. The customer experience should be at the core of your business model. Immersion should not be sacrificed on the altar of political correctness and appeasing the Twitter mob. The Twitter mob. How could you? Quentin reviews, oh my god, finally the main Twitter character of April. True. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've had that. Let's take a little trip and see some of the wonderful characters that we've lost. Do a little RIP. In memorandum, everybody. The next time I ride the Jungle Cruise, I will not be thinking about the gloriously entertaining puns of the skippers. I will be thinking about Disney's political agenda. How could we lose? How could we lose them? How could we lose these characters? Even with the two dead shrunken heads. I'll never be able again to think about the immersion. I'll never again. Is there any other characters that people posted? I know Songs of the South. We all know songs. You know, we all know why Disney stopped doing that one. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Well, there's that. There's lore on the man already. Well, yeah, he's Twitter's hero today. That's the thing. I've told you, if you become Twitter's like main character of the day, you're gonna be all over the place. You're gonna be all over the place. People will find out the most amazing things about you. In 2018, as an assistant DA in Las Vegas, Jonathan Van Borschkirkt, an adult who's mad at Disney World, is woke now, fought to ensure Nevada carried out its first execution in 12 years, despite concerns from the ACLU that the drug cocktail was unsafe. Ultimately, a stay was granted. Wow. Nevada gets first execution 12 years after fight over the drugs. Jonathan Vasborch, a chief deputy Clark County district attorney, involved in a nearly year of court hearings over Dozier's fate, pointed to the death sentence by a jury and the state high court ruling last month. The decision of the jury deserves respect, he said. Wow. I do not get to express my individuality at my place of business. True. Very true. The fact that he lives a 4-hour drive from Anaheim, but apparently goes over to the Florida resort often enough to write an op-ed for the Orlando paper already gave me a pretty good idea of the level of privilege we're dealing with here. Oh man, glorious.
Hey, do you like movies? Do you like Serfs? Do you want movies and Serfs watching the movies? So then come over to the new channels. It's the Serfs Cinema. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Can you do the thing, you know, that thumbs up and comment and all those things that help us out in the algorithm that controls every aspect of our lives? Also, if you happen to have a Facebook account, can you delete it? Like just delete it. You should probably delete your Facebook account because it's not a great company. But hey, if you can't do that for whatever reason, I understand. And could you also go to facebook.com/thesurftimes then and give us a little like and a follow. We're just trying to push back against the fact that people like Ben Shapiro happen to dominate the platform entirely. And when everyone asks why do older generations believe the things they believe, one of the problems is the majority of them on social media use Facebook. So to counter that, we're just going to be on there too now. Also, if you happen to have a union or a worker co-op or even a leftist project, podcast, website, Zoom, MySpace, it doesn't matter. We will advertise it for free on this channel. All you got to do is go to weareserfs.com and use the forms that we got there, weareserfs.com. Thanks, everybody.
To our gods, I'm Raft and Xander Corvus. We shall build golden idols in your honor. To our monarch, Tom Spiker. Our soft, spongy flesh is yours to command. To our lords, Evan Nudie, Trevor R., Alexander Thaler, Ryan Lubin, Bisexual Black Gamer, Tofox, and Jeffrey Lamb, we proudly carry your sigils onto the battlefield. And to our Knights of the Round Table, Riley and Anna, Poodlehawk, Multimondi, Timothy Hart, Trevor Janis, Lemmy 101, Anthropophagic, Saren 42, Chronic to Hemphog, Callie Kotka, The Great Pudini, Von Janny, Catherine, Radical Maniac, Ramon Acosta, Encosin, J. Fraser Cartwright, Jimmy Bignuts, Violent Orchard, Sophie Baby, Political Puppy, Andreas Chiringuito, Zach Christensen, Nicholas Marks, Jopi, Josh Mickelson, Melissa Murphy, Todd Buckingham, Todd Lajeunesse, and Constance Joyce Lacheris. We tip our cap and lift our mug and salute you.